Hello viewers, welcome to City Report. Today we are gonna explore state Nevada, United States. Let's get started. Nevada, constituent state of the United States of America. It borders Oregon and Idaho to the north, Utah to the east, Arizona to the southeast, and California to the west. It ranks 7th among the 50 US states in terms of total area. It is also, however, is one of the most sparsely settled. Carson City, in the western part of the state, is the capital. Nevada became the 36th state of the Union on October 31, 1864. Nevada is located in a mountainous region that includes vast semi-arid grasslands and sandy alkali deserts. It is the most arid state of the country. The state takes its name from the Spanish Nevada, a reference to the high mountain scenery of Sierra Nevada on the western border with California. Nevada, which is early 21st century, was one of the fastest growing states in the country, appears far removed from the days when Virginia City was a fabled frontier town, thriving on the rich silver mines of the Comstock Lode. However, many frontier qualities persist, though subtly transformed by a sophisticated urban environment. The prospectors digging against odds to find a bonanza have been replaced by fortune seekers in the gambling casinos of Las Vegas and Reno, and the erstwhile saloon diversions have evolved into lavish nightclub entertainments. The majority of Nevadans live in urban areas, with about half of the population residing in the Las Vegas metropolitan area alone. The vast undeveloped lands on the state provide a largely unexplored resource, and its combination of burgeoning cities and desert riches make Nevada a unique phenomenon among US states. Area 110,572 square miles. Archaeological evidence indicates that prehistoric Indian settlements existed in Nevada more than 20,000 years ago. Cave dweller left picture writings on rocks in the southern Nevada, and basket makers and Pueblo Indians also flourished there. Let's talk about top 15 places you must visit in Nevada, United States. Number 15. Gold Strike Hot Springs Trail. The Gold Strike Canyon Hot Springs Trail is situated in the Lake Mead recreational area close to the Hoover Dam and the Las Vegas Strip. The trail is one of the most popular hiking trails in the area, and energetic hikers are rewarded with the chance to take a dip in the natural hot springs at the summit of the trail. It is fairly strenuous hike, and you will have to do some bouldering and climbing. There are ropes in the several steep areas. It will take you around 3 hours to reach the hot springs and another 30 minutes to reach the Colorado River. The trail is closed from May to September due to dangerously high temperature. In the Vegas area and searching for recreation that will redefine your interpretation of legitimate adventure, head for Gold Strike Canyon Hot Springs, situated outside historic Boulder City and about an hour from the Las Vegas Strip. Descending 600 feet into this spectacularly scenic canyon does promise rewarding hot springs, but in order to reach them, visitors must face third-class scrambling and bouldering by navigating through an 8-rope course that waves in and out of house-sized boulders. The most popular way to access this pocket of hot springs is hiking in from the trailhead of Highway 93. Plan to park your vehicle in a free parking area near the trailhead, then embark on a gravel trailhead that begins just before the Hoover Dam Mike O. Callaghan Pettleman Memorial Bridge. From here, the trail descends down through Gold Strike Canyon all the way to the spectacular Colorado River. The entirety of the trail is about 2 miles one way, but does incorporate a series of 20-foot rope climbs that are not beginner's level. Plan for about 3 to 4 hours of hiking time each direction, or a full day adventure if you really want to soak up this spring's full potential. Number 14. Henderson. The city of Henderson makes an ideal southern Nevada base of visitors who would like to tour some of Nevada's great attractions, including the glittering Las Vegas Strip, the imposing Hoover Dam, and lovely Lake Mead. You can visit historic buildings and learn about the evolution of the area at Clark County. Heritage Museum and take the children to see the Discovery Children's Museum and the Ithalam M Chocolate Factory. Outdoor enthusiasts will appreciate all the opportunities for camping, picnicking, hiking, and rock climbing at Valley of Fire State Park. The Hoover Dam and Lake Mead are prime attractions. There are 2 dam tours to choose from, and pedal and rafting tours are also available. The endless attraction of Las Vegas are less than 50 miles from Henderson. Henderson is a city in Clark County, Nevada, United States, about 16 miles southeast of downtown Las Vegas. It is second largest city in Nevada after Las Vegas, with an estimated population of 3,20,189 in 2019. The city is part of Las Vegas Valley. Henderson occupies the southernmost end of the valley at an elevation of 1,864 feet. An increasing number of major shopping malls, movie theater complex, concert venues, restaurants and casino resorts offer residents a variety of choices for leisure time in Henderson. The city also sites a few miles southeast of Las Vegas and is not too far from the world-famous Las Vegas Strip. Shakespeare in the Park celebrated its 10th anniversary in 1996, a testament to the Henderson's long-standing support for the arts and culture programs. The city also boasts the largest recreational facility, the multi-generational facility at Liberty Point in Nevada, as well as Nevada's only scenic bird preserve. The city supports a variety of other natural, cultural events, many of which are held at the outdoor amphitheater, the largest one of its kind in Nevada. Number 13. Virginia City. Just south of Reno is Virginia City, a small town with an incredible atmosphere. It is one of the few destinations in the country where you can experience the Old West in all its 19th century glory. During the 1860s gold rush, Virginia City was a high-flying Wild West boomtown. Mark Twain spent some time in the rowdy place during its heyday and vividly captured the Wild West scene in a book called Roughing It. Don't be surprised to see people in the streets wearing clothing straight from the era. And be sure to swing by one of the 6 different saloons lining C Street, the main thoroughfare of Virginia City. Virginia City sits about 40 minutes southeast of an almost a couple thousand feet of elevation up the Geiger Grade from Reno and about 25 minutes northeast of Nevada's capital, Carson City. Built on a mountainside in the Virginia Range, the town's stunning 100-mile view eastward can be taken in from many restaurants, saloons, and hotel rooms. But before there even was Reno, Carson City, or even the state of Nevada itself, there was a silver strike up in them Thar Hills, one of the biggest in history. Today, Virginia City is home to about 1,000 residents and some of the most beautiful preserved homes, churches, saloons, cemeteries, and other historic structure in the West, a claim to fame that earned the entire town a spot on the National Register of Historic Places. History buffs fill Days Museum hoping bargain hunters delight in amazing antique and curio shops, and revelers go all out in authentic saloons, especially after a day of wild weekend events. Number 12. Carson City. On the bank of Lake Tahoe is Carson City, the capital of Nevada. Being surrounded by the lake, the Carson River and Sierra Nevada mountains makes Carson City an especially picturesque destination. As the state capital, Carson City also boasts a number of important historic attractions. On your visit, take time to tour the Nevada State Capitol Complex. A night, catch a performance at the popular Bravery Arts Center. When the weather is pleasant, 2 golf courses are the ideal way to unwind and soak up the sun, and families will enjoy playing and riding the train at Mills Park. Mormon agriculturists settling in the area influenced the city's development, as did wagon and stage routes over the nearby Sierra Nevada passes into California. In 1859, discovery of the silver in the Virginia City area, 15 miles, that is 24 km northeast, rapidly stimulated Carson City's economy. At nearby Empire on the Carson River, miles treated the ore of the Comstock Lode brought down from Virginia City by the Virginia and Turkey Railroad, which maintained extensive shops at Carson City. Along with Comstock, the railroad declined and was abandoned in 1950. Mining, copper and some silver, is still an economic factor. Livestock rising, tourism, government business, and legalized gambling are economic mainstays. The Nevada State Capitol 1871 houses a collection of historic exhibits. Western Nevada Community College was established there in 1971. Number 11. Black Rock Desert. In the far northeast corner of Nevada is the Black Rock Desert. For 1 week a year, this semi-arid conservation area becomes one of the most bustling, vibrant and wild places in Nevada. That's because the Black Rock Desert hosts Burning Man, a music and arts festival. After the festival ends, the temporary city that accommodates more than 60,000 people is burned and dismantled, leaving nothing but the earth behind. Even if you are not in town of Burning Man, the Black Rock Desert boasts spectacular vistas. From the desert, you can see more than a dozen different mountain ranges that border the region. If you are looking for some off-grid solitude in some truly stunning landscapes, head north of Reno to the alluring and mysterious Black Rock Desert. This vast landscape is managed by the Bureau of Land Management and is comprised of 1.2 million acres of National Conservation Area and National Wilderness Area, which means this is the largest collection of publicly managed land in the continental US. Aside from the fact that the area has some of the most rugged canyons, pristine hot springs, and expansive dry lake beds or playa features in the state. This area is also federally protected to preserve 180 miles of historic emigrant trails used by early pioneers. Early explorers often referred to the section of the Lassen Applegate Trail in the early 1850s. If you pay close attention, you can spot a multitude of wagon tracks in the area. Plus, be sure to keep an eye out for historical markers peppered throughout the Black Rock High Rock Immigrant Trails National Conservation Area, featuring quotations from pioneer journals on plaques fixed to waist-high rails. American Indians resided in the area long before pioneers made their way west and rediscovered the area. The original people of the Great Basin lived in this area about 10,000 years ago, and while they recorded their history here through petroglyphs, there wasn't a serious need to create a permanent dwelling, and it was easier if they moved throughout the region as seasons changed. Number 10. Lamoille Canyon. Lamoille Canyon lies at the heart of Nevada's Ruby Mountains in Elko Country. The Lamoille Canyon Road is an officially designated National Forest road that winds around the base of the 11,387-foot Ruby Dome. The road climbs up into a spectacular 8,800-foot high canyon that was carved long ago by glaciers. During the summer, the alpine meadows explode with wildflowers. The area is also known for its waterfalls and wildlife, with bighorn sheep, mountain goats, and a variety of birdlife frequenting the hills and meadows. The low region of Lamoille Canyon is open year-round, but the upper section is buried under snow for several months in the winter. Popular things to do here, apart from the scenic drive, include camping, fishing, and hiking. No visit to the Lamoille area is complete without an expedition up the unbelievably beautiful Lamoille Canyon Scenic Byway. This 2-lane, 12-mile drive up the canyon whisks you away to 8,800 feet, following a U-shaped canyon flush with summer wildflowers and spectacular color in the fall. On the way to the top, be sure to check out the Lamoille Glacier Overlook, where you can see the result of two 1,000-foot thick glaciers that carved out this U-shaped canyon more than 250,000 years ago. Here you will get a prime example of rugged glaciated peaks that tower overhead at a whopping 11,000 feet in elevation. Ruby Dome, the highest of the peaks, rises above at 11,249, which is nearly 5,500 feet above the valley floor. The Ruby Mountains are Nevada's wettest, providing a vibrant and lush landscape, a breath of fresh air compared to the contrasting surround area's desert ecosystem. The Ruby Crest Trail, a 40-mile route across the Ruby Mountain Ridge, is known worldwide for its spectacular views. Lamoille Canyon hosts the northern trailhead, ending south in Harrison Pass. Additionally, a number of other recreational opportunities await you, including camping, picnicking, mountain biking, backpacking, and more. Truly a hiker's paradise. The area boasts more than 100 miles of hiking trails. Island Lake is an easy 2-mile hike, and numerous alpine lakes can be found in the area. Although Lamoille Canyon Scenic Byway is not entirely open during winter months, the canyon is alive with snowmobiles and cross-country skiers who access the area from the parking lot at the entrance. Number 9. Burning Man. The Pop-Up City in the Desert is a community-based annual event held in the Black Rock Desert, about 3 hours north of Reno. This unique event focuses on art and self-expression in many forms, and attendees are expected to be involved rather than merely spectators. The people and the atmosphere of sharing and community are what make the experience. Held in late August and early September, Burning Man began in 1986 and has grown considerably over the years. Today, tens of thousands of people attend. Attendance levels are capped each year and tickets sell out. NPR said about Burning Man, once considered an underground gathering for bohemians and free spirits of all stripes, Burning Man has since evolved into a destination for social media influencers, celebrities, and the Silicon Valley elite. At Burning Man, the participants are supposed to design and build all the art activities and events. Artwork at Burning Man includes experimental and interactive sculptures, building performances, and art cars, among other media. These contributions are inspired by a theme that is chosen annually by the Burning Man Project. An anonymously attendee once elaborated that Burning Man is about why, not overwhelming why. Participation is a key precept for the community, so there is much controversy in the community over the problem of non-participatory influencers and elite at the event. Burning Man is organized by the Burning Man Project, a non-profit organization that in 2013 succeeded Black Rock City LLC, a for-profit limited liability company. Black Rock City LLC was formed in 1999 to represent the event's organizers and is now considered a subsidiary of the non-profit organization. The Burning Man Project endorses multiple smaller regional events guided by the Burning Man principles, both in the United States and internationally. The organization provides the essential infrastructure of Black Rock City and works year-round to bring Burning Man culture to the world through programs such as Burners Without Borders, Black Rock Solar, and Global Art Grants. Number 8. Great Basin National Park. In east central Nevada, near the border with the state of Utah, Great Basin National Park protects nearly 80,000 acres of basin and range landscape. The park is dominated by the 13,063-foot Wheeler Peak and underlain by the Lehman Caves. It also protects bristlecone pines that are nearly 5,000 years old. The park offers a number of developed camping sites and a wide range of backpacking opportunities. The Wheeler Peak Scenic Drive is a must-do, as is the Baker Creek Road, but not in the winter. The park lies next to the massive Highland Ridge Wilderness Area. Find fun and adventure during all 4 seasons. At Great Basin National Park, a 31,161 hectares Snake Range mountain destination that offers opportunities to both observe and participate in a range of activities in the summer. Fish in creeks, take scenic drives on remote park roads, enjoy strenuous hikes, and explore underground caverns. Fall brings a change in colors before winter decorates the tree with snow. While skiing through the park, learn how to identify animal tracks left by bobcats, elk, coyote, and jackrabbits. In the spring, animals awaken and the landscape explodes with colorful plants. Its remote location in central eastern Nevada adds to the allure of Great Basin National Park. The lack of crowds and the jaw-dropping landscape make this national park the perfect place to go for peace, quiet, and adventure. Great Basin National Park is home to a host of treasures. The majestic Wheeler Peak, which stands over 4,000 meters high, is a great place to hike and is the Bristlecone Pipe Grove, which has some of the world's oldest trees including some that may be 5,000 years old, thanks to surroundings like this. Hiking trails like the Mountain View Nature are a huge draw. Below the park's surface, the beautiful marble lemon caves feel like another world entirely. Slender rock tines appear to drip from the cavern's ceiling, creating an incredible scene. The sights don't end when the sun goes down. Make sure to catch some of these sparkling stars over the park at night. Number 7. Reno. Reno is the second largest city in Nevada after Las Vegas in terms of population, but is still home to only approximately 250,000 residents. However, for a small city, it has surprisingly number of impressive attractions and events for tourists. The city hosts the annual National Championship Air Races, the Great Reno Balloon Race, and the Hot August Nights Car Convention, along with a number of other popular annual celebrations. Reno is also home to the National Automobile Museum and several other interesting museums. If you have time for a day trip or excursion, Lake Tahoe is less than an hour away. Wetlands are an important part of the Reno-Tahoe area. They act as a natural filter for the solids that come out of the water treatment plant. Plant roots absorb nutrients from the water and naturally filter it. Wetlands are home to over 75% of the species in the Green Basin. However, the area's wetlands are at risk of being destroyed due to development around the city. While developers build on top of the wetlands, they fill them with soil, destroying the habitat they create for the plants and animals. Washoe County has devised a plan that will help protect these ecosystems. Mitigation in the future, when developers try to build over a wetland, they will be responsible for creating another wetland near the Washoe Lake. The Truckee River is Reno's primary source of drinking water. It supplies Reno with 80 million US gallons of water a day during the summer and 40 million US gallons of water per day in the winter. Before the water goes to the homes around the Reno area, it must go to one of two water treatment plants, Chalk Bluff or Glendale Water Treatment Plant, to help save water. Golf courses in Reno have been using treated effluent water rather than treated water from one of Reno's water plants. Reno is just east of the Sierra Nevada, on the western edge of the Great Basin, at an elevation of about 4,400 feet above sea level. Numerous faults exist throughout the region. Most of these are normal vertical motion faults associated with the uplift of the various mountain ranges, including the Sierra Nevada. Reno has several museums. The Nevada Museum of Art is the only American Alliance of Museum (AAM) accredited art museum in Nevada. The National Automobile Museum contains 200 cars that were from the collection of William F. Harrah, including Elvis Presley's 1973 Cadillac Eldorado. Reno also hosts a number of music venues such as the Pioneer Center for the Performing Arts, the Reno Philharmonic Orchestra, and the Reno Pops Orchestra. Number 6. Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area. Located just outside of Las Vegas, Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area is one of Nevada's most popular hiking areas. The massive red rock formations jutting high above the Mojave Desert are the most striking feature, but the area covers a diverse range of sites and geological formations. Box canyons, mountains, and a look at the Keystone Thrust are some of the highlights. A 13-mile scenic drive through the park offers a look at some of the sights, but hiking trails in Red Rock Canyon offer the best access to all of the major sites. Rock climbing, road biking, mountain biking, horseback riding, picnicking, and wildlife viewing are also popular activities here. The conservation area has one developed campground with primitive facilities. The conservation area showcases a set of large red rock formations, a set of sandstone peaks and walls which were formed by the thrust faults, including the Keystone Thrust. The walls are up to 3,000 feet high, making them a popular hiking and rock climbing destination. The highest point is La Madre Mountain at 8,154 feet. A one-way loop road, 13 miles long, provides vehicle access to many of the features in the area. Several side roads and parking areas allow access to many of the area trails. A visitor center is at the start of the Loop Road. The Loop Road is also popular for bicycle touring. It begins with a moderate climb, then is mostly downhill or flat. The Red Rock area has a complex geological history, which over millions of years helped create the region's dramatic landscape. The Red Rock area was under an ocean basin during the Paleozoic era 600 million years ago. Up to 9,000 feet, that is 2,700 meters, of limy sediments were deposited and eventually lithified to limestone. During the Mesozoic era 250 million years ago, the Earth's crust started to rise due to tectonic shifts, and marine shells and sandstones were deposited. As the basin became isolated, evaporite formations of salt and gypsum were deposited. Oxidation of the iron minerals in the sediments resulted in the red colors of some of the rocks. Deposition by streams and in swamp environments resulted in the formation of petrified wood in the area. Number 5. Valley of Fire State Park. Valley of Fire State Park is one of the must-see natural areas in the state. Dramatic rock formations and sweeping vistas of colorful stone waves create some of the Nevada's most dynamic landscapes. Just an hour's drive northeast of Las Vegas. It's worth making the trip out here if you are only interested in a scenic drive. Roads through the park provide stunning view of the landscape. However, one of the best ways to experience the park is from the hiking trails. These hikes are generally short and easy, but take you through some incredible scenery including slot canyons, rock walls covered in petroglyphs, old filming locations, and other spectacular sights. You are also likely to spot some wildlife. Camping is popular at Valley of Fire, and the campgrounds are strategically placed in beautiful settings. Among the rock formations, Valley of Fire State Park is a public recreation and nature preservation area covering nearly 46,000 acres located 16 miles south of Overton, Nevada. The state park derives its name from red sandstone formation, the Aztec sandstone, which formed from shifting sand dunes 150 million years ago. These features, which are the centerpiece of the park's attractions, often appear to be on fire when reflecting the sun's rays. It is Nevada's oldest state park, as commemorated with Nevada Historical Marker number 150. It was designated as a National Natural Landmark in 1968. Complex uplifting and faulting of the region, followed by extensive erosion, have created the present landscape. The rough floor and jagged walls of the park contains brilliant formations of eroded sandstone and sand dunes more than 150 million years old. Other important rock formations include limestones, shales, and conglomerates. The park has a visitors center plus facilities for picnicking, camping, and hiking. Petroglyphs are seen throughout the park, with Mouse's Tank and at Little Rock, two areas in particular with numerous petroglyphs that are relatively easily accessible. The park also preserves 3 stone cabins built by the Civilian Conservation Corps. Number 4. Lake Mead National Recreation Area. On the shore of Lake Mead and Lake Mohave, Lake Mead National Recreation Area encompasses some spectacular scenery and offers convenient access points and a variety of services for enjoying the lake and surroundings. This huge area, encompassing approximately 1.5 million acres, provides opportunities for beaching, boating, hiking, camping, and much more on the shorelines and in the surrounding mountains and canyons. The most popular section is Boulder Basin on Lake Mead, just north of Hoover Dam. Boulder Beach is a popular place for a swim or to set up a lawn chair on a hot day. Campgrounds in this area offer a beautiful setting for both tents and RVs. Also in this area is a historic railroad trail where hikers can walk along the road railway bed and through the old tunnels. If you are looking for information, stop by the Island Bible Visitor Center in this area, about 40 minutes from Las Vegas. Formation of Lake Mead began in 1935, less than a year before Hoover Dam was completed.
The area surrounding Lake Mead was protected a bird refuge in 1933, later established as the Boulder Dam Recreation Area in 1936, and the name was changed to Lake Mead National Recreation Area in 1947. In 1964, the area was expanded to include Lake Mohave and its surrounding area and became the first national recreation area to be designated as such by the US Congress. Lake Mead NRA features water recreation, including boating, swimming, and fishing on both lakes as well as the stretches of river between the lakes. It also features hiking trails and views of the surrounding desert as landscape. Number 3. Lake Tahoe. The sparkling blue water of Lake Tahoe, surrounded by often snow-capped mountains, is one of the most beautiful sights in Nevada. This 22-mile-long freshwater lake high in the Sierra Nevada mountains on the Nevada and California border is a popular year-round destination. In summer, most visitors come here to enjoy the beautiful beaches, hit some of the spectacular hiking trails, or camp at one of the many campgrounds in the area. In winter, families and powder hounds from across the US come here to hit the slopes at the ski resorts in the Lake Tahoe area. Any time of year, you can enjoy the scenery on a lakeside scenic drive. Several towns around the lake provide good basis for exploring the region. Lake Tahoe is about a 3-hour drive from San Francisco and under 5 hours from Yosemite National Park. From Reno, you can reach the north end of the lake in about 45 minutes. When it comes to snowfall, Lake Tahoe is envy of other mountains regions. Places like Colorado get excited when a few inches fall out of the sky on their peaks, but when a storm points itself at the Sierra Nevada mountain range, look out. Storm totals typically range in feet. Florida might be nicknamed this Sunshine State, but when it comes to ski vacation locales, Lake Tahoe could be called the Sunshine Ski Destination. The Lake Tahoe Basin receives nearly 300 days of sunshine annually. So when the snow does fall, there's a good chance you will be slashing it on a bluebird powder day. There's a reason that since the advent of downhill skiing, partying has always been deeply intertwined. In fact, there's a word for it appears. You can only ski so much, and once the sun sets, you need to celebrate. As Zubek once said, California knows how to party. And in the mountains, Lake Tahoe is head and shoulder above other places. From shooting carps at one of the many casinos in State Line to live performance venues like the Loft, the shows of Tahoe just do it bigger and better than the rest. Number 2. Hoover Dam. Built during the Great Depression as a way to provide jobs, Hoover Dam is a marvel of the modern engineering. The 726-foot-high dam contains Lake Mead, the largest reservoir in the United States, and provides hydroelectric power to much of the Nevada, Arizona, and California. Built on the Nevada and Arizona state line, the dam is just a 45 minutes drive from the center of the Las Vegas, or a short helicopter flight. You can walk out into the dam for spectacular view over the edge or look out over Lake Mead. Tours of the Hoover Dam power plant are also available. Since about 1900, the Black Canyon and nearby Boulder Canyon had been investigated for their potential to support a dam that would control floods, provide irrigation water, and produce hydroelectric power. In 1928, Congress authorized the project. The winning bid to build the dam was submitted by a consortium called 6 companies, which began construction of the dam in early 1931. Such a large concrete structure had never been built before, and some of techniques were unproven. The torrid summer weather and lack of facilities near the site also presented difficulties. Nevertheless, 6 companies turned the dam over to the federal government on March 1, 1936, more than 2 years ahead of schedule. Hoover Dam impounds Lake Mead, the largest reservoir in the United States by volume when it is full. The dam is located near Boulder City, Nevada, a municipality originally constructed for workers on the construction project about 30 miles southeast of Las Vegas, Nevada. The dam's generators provide power for public and private utilities in Nevada, Arizona, and California. Hoover Dam is major tourist attraction. Nearly 1 million people tour the dam each year. The heavily traveled US Route 93 (US 93) ran along the dam's crest until October 2010, when the Hoover Dam bypass opened. Number 1. Las Vegas. Considered the most entertainment-filled 2.5 miles in the entire world, the Las Vegas Strip glitters and glows with massive resorts, hotels, theaters, restaurants, and gardens. The famous portion of Las Vegas Boulevard, running from the Mandalay Bay Hotel to the Treasure Island Hotel, is what most visitors come to the city to see and experience. This is where the huge resorts like Paris, New York, the Bellagio, the Venetian, and Caesars Palace are located. Lit up at night, the Strip shows up as one of the brightest spots on Earth when seen from space. Also worth seeing in Fremont Street in old downtown Las Vegas, draped with the canopy of LED lights. The light show here in the evening, known as the Fremont Street Experience, is a must-do if you have time. When the weather's good, the Strip is one of the most bizarrely fun and walkable stretches of road in the world. Of course, there are tons of attractions on this Strip, and you can actually devote several days to simply wandering and taking it all in. But you all want to hit the highlights. Hop on a thrill-seeking ride. If you are starting at the Strip on the north end, thrill seekers might want to take in its ride, such as Big Shot, the world's highest 112 stories thrill ride, or the X-Cream, a three-teeter-totter over the tower's vertiginous edge. Most will be happy just to take in the view from the observation deck, so high you can see helicopters at eye level. As you walk south, you will find Circus, home to the largest indoor theme park in America. It packs in families for rides like the Slingshot, which shoots up like a rocket, launch at a 4G force, and Chaos, which spins you every which way. Experience the best of Sin City's iconic hotels. It's not all rides obviously. You won't want to miss the choreographed fountains of the Bellagio, which start their dance every half hour at 3 p.m. every year, beginning with Chinese New Year in January and through all 4 seasons. The team of 125 Bellagio horticulturists assembled tens of thousands of flowers in the nearly 14,000 square foot Bellagio Conservatory and Botanical Gardens, a stunning free show on its own. Later catch the erupting volcano outside the tropical themed Mirage, which lights up every night on the half hour from 6 p.m. Even walking the Grand Canal Chopes at the Venetian, with its streetmosphere, opera singers, dancers, and living statues, is a free thrill. But you will want to pull out your wallet for gondola rides along the Venetian's canals, where you will be serenaded by singing gondoliers. This was all about State Nevada. Hope you all liked the video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. Do share with your friends and family. Thanks for watching.